I grew up pretty chronically online. So when I was a preteen, I would go to apps like Facebook and Reddit and spend my days looking at deep content. You know, things like Jaden Smith tweets and stuff like this. Thankfully, I wasn't creative enough to be making any fake deep content of my own, and I grew out of that phase eventually. But lots of people were and still haven't. So today I wanted to take a look at some of the posts that some of the greatest philosophers of our generation have put together in an attempt to enlighten the masses about how phone is bad and society is lived in. By the way, I found these posts from a couple different places, mainly just Pinterest and I'm 14 and this is deep. Warning, this video is going to get deep. Kiddie pool shallow and deep. You decide what you add to your character. No, don't fill him up with the hate juice. You have a perfectly good cup of compassion right there. I like that this image implies that we get filled up as babies with random potions of kinds. Like before you're taken home, someone gives you to a mad scientist and they just start filling you up. I guess whoever was in charge of me gave me a little too much idiot juice, because I'm not smart. Every morning I wake up and I take a big old gulp of hater juice. That's just who I am. Your body on music versus what? Like, what is the point of this? The two dichotomy of men listening to music or becoming a junkie? Oh, wait, I see. In the second half, he was reading a story called Story. So actually, I think the point of this post is that reading kills you. There's no other way to interpret this. People will throw stones at you. Don't throw them back. Collect them and build an empire. What's he doing? Ow. Thanks. Is he collecting the stones? Hey, can you throw that one? This one? That one right there? Yeah, okay. Thank you. I need that one for my couch. He thinks he can build an empire out of my stones? I'll show him. Get me more stones. Look, I guess I understand the message of this one. I mean, it's more clear than the last one for sure. But do you have any idea how big those stones would need to be to build something out of them? Let alone an entire empire? I don't think people are throwing stones that big. You're gonna have to get pelted by thousands of small stones to get to that point. That's all I'm saying. Is that worth it? All right, this next one is the one that made me need to make this video. Some people will hate you, not because you're right, but because you're different. This is truly how it feels to be the one friend in every friend group that likes water. I'm sorry, but like, you couldn't think of a better analogy? First of all, the amount of pee needed to make that entire pool like yellow like that between 5 people, like buckets of pee. They should really go get their bladders checked out. And actually, they should do that doubly, because there's no way you pee that yellow unless you are like extremely dehydrated. Like, these people should be dead. And also, who's to say the guy in the middle isn't peeing? Maybe he's just the one friend that's hydrated. I like this post because you could change the text and it could become like one of those hustle memes. A real hustler moves in silence. Real hustlers aren't showing you that they're peeing in the pool, but they're peeing more than you are. Being late doesn't mean failure. Maybe it means getting ready for a great launch. That's gotta be cheating, right? Like, you can't legally do a Bugs Bunny-ass contraption to speed yourself up in a race like that, right? That would disqualify you, which means that you would be a failure by that definition. So I feel like this whole post doesn't make any sense. Free book, free Wi-Fi. Wow, this one really makes you think. You see, what this image fails to grasp, however, is that with free Wi-Fi, I can download 10, 20, 30 free ebooks if I wanted to. Yeah, free books. Not free book, as many books as I want. There's something that's very funny to me about these internet or phone bad posts that I see, which is that, like, you had to use the thing, you know, to post it. Hey buddy, how about instead of posting this, why don't you go into that room with the free book? The door is open. You're going into that mosh pit of people just to make this post to complain about how nobody's going into the other room. You ever think of that? This is deep. Oh, thank God. I was so worried that this wouldn't be deep. And this is a video about deep posts, so I'm glad that this one let me know ahead of time. Maybe I should do that. At the start of every video, I'm just gonna go, this video won't be funny. My dogs agree. Dad, come back, my son. I bought a car for you. Mom, come back, my son. I cooked the food that you like. My sister, don't come back, my bro. They saw your pack of cigarettes.
Is this image stupid or am I?
Genuinely, is this image stupid or am I? Like, what's the deep thing here? I feel like you can interpret this image like 100 different ways, and none of them will be the way that the original poster wanted you to interpret it. Is the deep part that they like died of lung cancer because they were smoking cigarettes? Is that what they're implying? Is it because the sister has your back and it's like, you know, siblings, they always got each other's back?
That's deep.
Or is it because the mom and the dad are trying to trick the son to come home so they can yell at him about the cigarettes? Or were they sending those messages because he again died of lung? What is the point of this? Like, this is my point with this video. There are so many posts where the original person making the post, in their head, they thought they were cooking. And then you look at them and they don't say anything. Like this one, for example. This is media. What does that mean? It's the same image if they zoomed it out. What did they think they were cooking in Photoshop with this one? Is it like all media is violence? What's the point of this? It would be violent no matter what. The cropping doesn't do anything. Or is it supposed to be like sometimes the good guy is actually the bad guy? And we need to look at is this a cancel culture scenario? Like, what is it? What is the point? Why are they covering the boy's eyes? Please, someone in the comments, help me out here. I need to know what this means. Name these brands. We got Facebook, McDonald's, Apple, Volkswagen, Nike, and I have no clue what that fucking crocodile is. Name these plants. This slaps you in the face with reality. You see, the problem with society is that nobody's advertising oak trees anymore. If you do not study, you will end up like him. If you study well, you will be able to make a better world for him. This image rocks because both scenarios fundamentally still imply that that man's job is beneath them. It's meant to be deep, but they gave you just a hint of classism in there. I think a positive person would be like, hey, that's a pretty good job too. Honestly, it probably is a pretty good job because I'm pretty sure groundskeepers are government employees. I guess depending where you work, but I'm just saying, you get government benefits. Pretty good. And if you're someone who already likes to be outside and mow the lawn and rake leaves, then it's kind of like the perfect job. You never know what someone is going through. Be kind, always. Now, based on this image, I do think they know what this person's going through. In fact, this image to me looks like three dudes watching a man struggle that they tied rocks to. They did it. They tied rocks to that man. This is a mafia hit. I hope they get caught, honestly. This is fucked up. This is a fucked up image. Yes. What pill would you take? Let me know in the comments down below. Me, personally, I'm Google Maps pilled. I feel like that pill would give me, superpowers. I would just know where things are without having to look at a map. And that'd be pretty cool, because I get lost very easily. Why do we need school? Music? We have YouTube for that. Sport? There's a Wii. Spanish? There's Dora. English? Everything's shortened anyway. LOL, BRB, IDK. Math? That's why you have calculators. Geography? I'll buy a globe. History? They're all dead anyway. Okay, now this is genuinely something I would have shared on my Facebook when I was 13, and I would have felt incredibly smug while doing it, to be honest. Here, I'll give it a fresh update for 2024, and I'll make it a little better. There we go. Entry: men, woman. Society when all men become goons.
Hey boss, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Instagram: don't be ugly. Facebook: don't be young. Twitter: don't be racist. Reddit: just be you. Huh? Wait a second. Is this pro or anti-racism? Surely you shouldn't be racist on any of the platforms or at all in real life. I mean, this image is definitely old because I have no doubt that you can be racist on Twitter now. I don't know, I'm pretty sure they're implying that being racist on Twitter is bad in this, which would imply that they think that you should be allowed to be racist, I think. For the record, don't be racist. That's my take. Okay, that one broke my brain a little bit, but I do have one more that I saved. Now, this is definitely the deepest post I found. The power of water. The most beautiful photo you'll see today. Wow, that is beautiful. 100% the most beautiful photo I've seen today. Society if it was underwater. Alright, look, I didn't really want to end the video there, so I went on an AI quote generating website to see if it would give me some of its own deep quotes, and I'm gonna read them for you now. By the way, the website's called Inspirobot if you want to go on it and make some yourself. Let's just enjoy the nonsense it spit out. Believing that you are human is what makes you a slave. If you are the only one standing in the collaboration, it is just your own collaboration. Isn't it kind of obvious that expectations are expectations because it's all a setup? With real ironies comes real societies. Education begins with freedom. Business person is by some considered an old-fashioned term for sad. Consciousness can be like a poorly planned balloon ride of self-destruction. It's just a grand illusion. Illusionists put into action what hunters swallow. Smoke weed, obey. If we can't terminate social media, what is there left to terminate? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video on deep posts. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification to join Austin Roman Industries. Also, consider checking out this video right here. YouTube thinks that you'll enjoy it, or you can binge all my videos in this handy playlist below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys all in the next video.